everybody likes watching your stuff. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's not true. That's stop right there. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. That's
Everybody
not
who
accurate.
watches this show likes watching your stuff.
Everybody on this show right now has
right.
talked about you half a dozen times at least about stuff that you posted or whatever. But yeah, but I get it. You're on YouTube, and you probably have lots of people that are like, "We hate you."
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's The people are really funny on YouTube. I'll tell you. If I could somehow take off everyone's mask of being anonymous, a lot of them wouldn't say the same things. You know what I mean? If every time you posted a comment, it would also post a picture of your address and a photo of your kids, I'm pretty sure that no one would really. It'd be a lot better place on YouTube. It really would.
It would. It's just, man, and I don't even mind the anonymous comments. It's like some of the stuff's so random though. I had a guy completely eviscerate me on a review of the last year's Miata, and he was mad because I didn't take my hand off the gear shift often enough. He's like, "Why do you leave your hand on the gear shift? I hate that." I'm like,
right.
Why is that even a thing?
Yeah,
I've been yelled at for that before.
It's not armrest. It's mind-boggling to me that how much emotion is behind a lot of the comments behind. Like you could literally just like that whole Miata comment. You can ruin someone's day by not following the procedures that they have in their head. You know what I mean? If someone has very strong brand loyalty, and this is not a segue, but if someone has very strong brand loyalty and they want to see something and they don't see it, you're nothing to them. You might as well just wrap it up and just pack your bags and go home.
Yeah, again, not to make this a bitching about YouTube show, but I mean, I've done positive reviews, not glowing, but positive reviews of very average, basic cars, and then I get the people that I've had that car for 5 years and it's the best car I've ever owned. I'm like, I didn't say it was bad. I just
please, I'm just doing my job. Help me, please. I'm sorry. You know,
right. I put on a front license plate bracket, and most of the comments were nice, but the one that sticks out is the one where the guy's just being a complete douche canoe about my front license plate video. I'm like, don't put one on if you don't want it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, people get really worked up over something that has very little effect over their day-to-day life, and it's amazing. The world's an amazing place.
It is, and sadly, a lot of the amazing I would be better off not knowing about.
Yeah.
Just watch the video and ignore me if you hate it. That's all.
Right.
And I want to say, Rich, the one thing. So we've talked about you and your some of the conflicts you'd had, whatever, and I just sort of wrote it off. I'm not a huge YouTube watcher. It's just not where I go to for my entertainment.
I don't blame you.
Russell, thanks. Russell said a couple weeks ago he was talking to you about coming on the show, so I'm like, okay, well, I better watch some videos. I am now thoroughly addicted.
Thank you.
I mean, because to me, it's half HGTV,
right?
In the rebuilds and and whatever, and half of how it's made.
Right. Okay.
Two of which are my favorite. Two of my favorite shows.
I love how it's made.
Oh my God! What's not to love?
It's a perfect. It's not too long. It's not too short. It tells you what you need to know. Mm-hmm. And then you can, what I love about it is that you could remember like half of it. And then when you go to a party and someone brings up, man, I wonder how plutonium is made. You could say, wait a second. I can tell you that, you know what I mean? It's a really great show. I just love it. Love it.
I wonder how men can scare away women. It's by explaining how plutonium is made.
Yeah. Right. Seriously. Really.
This is my phone.
Oh, there you go.
Nobody recognized? Thank you, Casey.
Right. Yeah.
It's the How It's Made opening credits. It's a ringtone on my phone because I love that show.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sorry. That was
so. I just wanted to say that. I mean, so much. A lot of respect, not only in how you find these cars on the cheap, you tear them down, you fix them, you put them back together, and like the i8, you take the SEMA and it's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I absolutely love watching you. Even when you're sort of making fun of yourself, the spot weld thing. You're using the paint scraper. And you're
Right,
like, yeah,
yeah.
I should probably get the right tool for this. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so something I would do. You know?
And what I noticed is that you have to, the self-deprecating humor, that's a major defense mechanism. Because I've noticed on YouTube, if you come across like, you know something or know anything at all, people will attack you for it and say, no, you're wrong, you're a fool. But if you come across and you say, you know what, I know what I'm doing right now isn't right, and I really hope I don't hurt myself, and you keep doing what you're doing, it's a different world. It changes the mindset of people watching.
Right.
You're doing it wrong to train wreck.
Right.
Yeah.
The train wreck and the cyber quad that you just posted this week.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And I watched.
Thank you.
You in no way needed to mention what happened to that first battery, but you
second.
did. For the second, and that's what made it entertaining. That's what made it so great. The fact that you actually showed yourself frying the battery. I'm like, yep, that's me right there.
I make mistakes. It's you know, and that's a big thing too. I like showing like I make mistakes all the time. Like the biggest mistake I've made on YouTube, I think, besides starting a YouTube channel, I think it's okay. So story time. Ready for a little story? I'm a little story. So I have a shop that I was opening called the Electrified Garage. At the same time, I started a build of an old school Disney car. It's called Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And I bought this cheap little Disney car off Craigslist for like, I don't even know. It's probably like $1,000, right? So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a Tesla powered Mr. Toad's Wild Ride car, right? I'm going to put 2 Tesla batteries in it and it's going to fly. I'm kind of like hyping up my shop, being like, hey, this is my shop. This is what I do. But I can also do cool stuff. Look at what I can build. I can build cool stuff. Well, funny story is that same Disney car actually exploded and caught fire in my friend's shop.
You almost burnt the shop down, didn't you?
Yeah.
It almost burnt the shop down. It almost killed my friend. It almost lost everything, right? That little Disney car. It was so fascinating that I wanted to show the dangers of working with EVs, because sometimes stuff blows up, all right? Sometimes things don't go so well. So I had a choice to make. I could blame my friend Lee and say this was all his fault. I could show this on YouTube as a learning lesson and blame myself. Or I could say nothing because I have a shop opening. And if I release this video, this could jeopardize my credibility. So which one did I choose? I had to let people know. I told everyone, I said, hey, listen, mistakes happen. This thing exploded. It was a huge mistake on all of our parts, not really blaming anyone. And I was crucified for it.
Really?
They drove me because not knowing, like the point of the video was to show, hey, look, these are the dangers. This is kind of what happened. And they said, I can't believe this knucklehead is opening up a shop. Who would ever bring their car there? If this guy's blowing up cars, you know, ultimately it's my responsibility. It is my vehicle, and I have to make sure that it's safe no matter what. So that was the biggest thing, because there were tons of news articles written saying, you know, pretty much local man ruins everything kind of thing. That was the headline. You know? So it was
yeah, but I still think there's you know, the old saying, there's no such thing as bad publicity. I mean, it probably increased your view count on all your other videos.
Yeah, the view count was good. I gotta say, a lot of people watched the video, but it was I think the message wasn't received. It was like, you know, oh, this local knucklehead that's opening up. I don't want this guy repairing my $100,000 Tesla. So it was mixed, and it really took a while to kind of claw my way back up out of that hole. But it's just a lesson in, you know, what you post online, how people take it. You just don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
So people should bring their Teslas, but not their Disney rides.
That's correct.
Okay.
I think that's a
follow-up video. I should have said that, like, guys, really. You know, just don't bring your Disney cars to me.
Yeah.
We just say, don't bring the Disney car. Please don't. Please.